A queen is a computer program that takes no input argument, and when it is executed, it produces itself. So here is an example of a queen. This program is a simple one written in Java, and if you look carefully, you would see that a huge portion of the code is basically a string that is a replica of itself. So when we take this program and compile it and run it, we see that this program produces itself. We can very easily push the output to a test file and check the hash of the original file as well as the file that was generated through the output of the original compiled program, and we see the hashes are the same. So here is another program, and it's called an Ouroboros queen. This program is written in Ruby, and it's basically 2 lines, but the 2 lines are really big. And when we run this program, which is written in Ruby, it generates a Java program. The output that it produces is a Java program. So we can save that to a Java file. And then we can compile the Java program and run it. And when we run it, we see that the Java program produces a C# program. So now we can actually push that into another file. Again, it only has 2 lines, but the lines are really big again. And we can compile the C# program and run it. And when we run it, we see that this program now produces a Python code, specifically a Python 2 code. And just like the previous ones, we can save this output into a Python file. And indeed, in this case also, the program is basically 2 lines of Python code now, and again the 2 lines are really big. And when we run the Python program, we see that the output of this Python program is basically the original Ruby program that we started with. We can verify this fact by simply producing another Ruby program with the output of this Python program, and by simply outputting the files themselves. Or we can check the hashes of the individual files, and in that case we will see that they have the same hash, indicating that they are identical. So this is called an Ouroboros queen. So one program generates another program, and that program generates another program, and eventually it comes back to the original program. Here is another queen. This is a very interesting one. This is again a program written in Ruby, and this is a queen that produces roughly the map of the globe. But the interesting thing is, every time it runs, it generates another program, which is again in Ruby, that generates a slightly different map of the globe. In every iteration, it rotates the globe by an angle of 45 degrees. So what we can do, we can simply run this program and put the output into a new file, and then copy the new file back to the original file. And if you do that, every time I run this program, the newly generated code would be updated back into the original file. So we will get to see that the map of the globe is actually moving. And so we can actually very easily run it on a loop, and we can see that the code is modifying itself, and we see that the globe is actually rotating. But also, unlike Quines in general, this program takes an input argument, and if we pass in 1, for example, it will rotate the globe by 1 degree in each iteration. So that is what is happening here as well. So this is a very interesting example, and there are several other examples. I would leave the links below.